So Meta have released Threads, the Twitter killer, with over 30 million signups in 24 hours. To put that into perspective, that is more than the population of Australia. And they haven't released it in the EU because of the problems they've been having with GDPR, but it seems to be the new phenomenon. So for all intents and purposes, Threads looks a lot like Twitter. And if that isn't the understatement of the century, talk about copying someone's homework. I mean, it's almost identical. However, there are a few changes. You get 500 characters. There's 5 minutes worth of video that you can add in. But as of yet, it has no follow feed. It has no edit button. It has no DMs. And it has no hashtags. But it has got an algorithmic feed, so very similar to TikTok. Now, when you sign up, it literally takes you 2 minutes and you get to keep your Instagram handle. And even better than that, it will automatically port over anyone that you follow from Instagram, which means it really sucks if you did the old follow for a follow routine back in the day. But this is really clever because it doesn't mean you're starting off with nothing. That dreaded, oh, I've got to post and no one's going to see it. It means you're already jumping into a community of people that you know. For most creators, the attraction of Threads is, well, that it's not Twitter. It doesn't come with all of that baggage and politics and vitriolic hate like you're in some kind of abusive relationship as soon as you open up the app. This feels more fun and playful. It feels easy, like you're amongst friends, whilst it's a shiny new toy, so therefore it's exciting. A little bit like the first day at school. So Zuck's really is taking a big swing at Elon, not only in the digital space with Threads, but also in this weird cage fight. And as much as we're all going to watch this car crash, I mean, how horrific is this idea? 2 billionaires rolling around on the floor. But I digress. Now, there is a big problem with Threads, which is when most social media platforms start, they are left alone to grow organically. So when Facebook came out, it was all friends. When Instagram came out, it was photographers. When TikTok came out, it was children and Gary Vee. And so it grows organically before it's infiltrated with lots of people trying to sell their stuff. They're trying to get their message across. But not with Threads. Threads is different. Threads is going to start off straight away very strong, with everyone coming straight in trying to get their message across. So within the first hours of using it, I saw the classic inspirational quotes and pompous, self-censored usual suspects like Gary Vee and Stephen Bartlett and Alex Hormozi telling me why I'm a useless shithead and how they've conquered life and what I need to do to try and be more like them. Yes, I get it. You're better than us.
I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday after working 90 hours a week.
But in this instance, I think these creators, these influencers are missing a trick. I think they're just doing what they've always done, going bounding in their size 9s. And I think there's a better way to build an audience, to grow a fan base, and to get heard. This is not about being an early adopter, and it's not about doing what everyone else is doing. This has got something slightly different. So there's 3 things I think that's going to help you grow on Threads as quick as possible. So the first thing is make your content real. Now what I mean by that is don't go and take your content from TikTok or Reels or music videos from YouTube and try and just crowbar them into Threads because nobody's going to be interested. You have to make content which is fresh and you have to be present in the room. So remember back in the day, which I'm talking 2017, 2018, Gary Vee is everywhere. He's making all of this content. I'm loving it. But one of the things I loved is every single day, Gary Vee would either do a story or an Instagram live, and I'm face to face with Gary. And I'm like, every time I go into his stories and he's talking to me, and I feel like he's talking to me. And then all of a sudden, he's got 35 people that work for him, and everyone's cutting everything up. And every time I go into his stories, all I'm getting is bombarded with someone else pretending to be Gary Vee, or someone else cutting something up and going, hey, if you like Gary Vee, you're going to like this. And I'm like, no, I want Gary. Gary, just talk to me. I just enjoyed that 10 seconds of Gary Vee talking to me, or Gary Vee going, hey, look where I am. And I was like, that's the bit where I feel the closest. And what happens? I get to the point where I now see those stories and I go, oh, I can't be asked. I don't want to be advertised to. I don't care about VCon or VFriends or VFarts. I don't care. Like, I just wanted Gary talking to me. I enjoyed that bit of it. Well, this is the same thing. We don't want a machine. We don't want someone going, hey, cut up all your content and you can now put it on here. That was great in 2019. This is different. This is where we can be real. We can have these conversations. We can meet people. We can talk. We can show our stuff off in a different light. And number 2 is about conversation, because this isn't YouTube. This isn't TV where we're just pushing something out and being like, watch my stuff and leave me alone. This is the opposite. This is inviting people in. This is a community. This is where we talk. This is where we have conversations. We might debate. We might have a chuckle together even though you're over the other side of the world. This isn't me saying, here is what I want you to watch. That is a very different platform. So this is a community-driven platform, which means this isn't about I or me. This is about us and we. So ask questions or invite debate or tell stories so that you're communicating not just with an audience, but the individuals who are within the audience. And lastly, this one's for the overthinkers. When it comes to making content, I don't think this needs to be the finished, polished product. If you think about Spotify, if I said to you, hey, you should just do an acoustic version right now and just put it up on Spotify, most artists would be horrified. They'd be like, whoa, I've got to make it, I've got to then reproduce it, then I've got to get it mixed, then I've got to get it mastered, this is going to take months. I can't possibly just pick up an acoustic guitar, play it and stick on Spotify. That would disgust me. Okay, fair enough. Same thing when it comes to Instagram feed. When it comes to a video or a picture that hasn't been absolutely edited to death, it can't possibly go on the feed. I don't think this is the same thing. I think this is a place where it can be a little bit closer to you. It can be posted, which is unpolished content. I think just because you've got a song that's not finished, that you want to show people, that you want to communicate with the people who genuinely care, this is the place. You might have that demo that you go, I'm really proud of this. It's just sat on my phone. Why can't I put it in this place? Why can't I just say, hey, I felt cute, might delete later, or, made this. Maybe I'll put it out, maybe I won't. That's going to drive more conversation, and that's going to make people closer to you. We have to get away from this idea of attention. Attention is so 5 years ago. This is retention. This is how do we make people care? That's hard. Attention's easy. Just go and put $5 into a post and you get a bunch of people to see it. Who cares? This is about people who are going to connect with you. They're going to resonate with you. They're going to go, this is good. I want more of this. That's the connection. That's retention. We build that familiarity. Those are the people who are going to follow. Those are the people who are going to buy. They're going to come to your gigs. They're going to love what you do. They're going to share it. They're even going to buy some merch. So let's stop thinking of this as attention. Let's start thinking of this as retention and connection. So stop PRing yourself to the nth degree and let your hair down. At the moment, this platform feels fun, it feels exciting, and it feels easy. Unlike Twitter, which just feels full of hate and anger. And I'm sure at some point some of those people will come across, but I'm not sure it will. This feels more community, it feels more family, it feels more fun. And hopefully it will stay like that. So my advice is jump in, go and get Threads and just see if you enjoy it. But if you want to grow on it, follow these 3 rules. Number 1, be you, not a machine version of you. Number 2, be real. And number 3, be in the room. If you are in the room, people will want to talk to you. If you're just putting some video version of you in the room, people will leave straight away. If you can do those 3 things, I think you're going to grow really quickly. I'm going to have a go, so if you want to come and say hi on Threads, then I will be in the room. So Damian Keyes 1 on Threads. Otherwise, let me know your thoughts on Threads. And more importantly, let me know who you think is going to win in the fisty fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, because my money is on Mark Zuckerberg. Don't know why. Battle of the nerds. Anyway, thanks very much. Do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and see you again soon.